ABCapoeira is the Afro-Brazilian Capoeira Association. We are a group of people of many different ages, backgrounds, religions, etc. And this is our group where we do capoeira together.
What is capoeira? Capoeira it's hard to say.
Oh God, what isn't capoeira? Capoeira can relate to anything. It's a way of life.
Well, capoeira, I say, is a Brazilian martial art. It could be for self-defense, and it could just be for playing when you're doing stuff that you just want to take a break of.
It's a martial art towards the art end of the spectrum.
We always are asked, what is capoeira, to people that don't know what it is, and they see it, and we talk about it being a martial art, we talk about it being a dance, we talk about it being a culture, and so there's a lot of aspects to it, but definitely it is a very cultural art form that's, embodies the whole environment of the people of Brazil.
But like many things in Brazil, or many things in America, it's not only Brazilian, it's Afro-Brazilian. So it has strong influences from Africa and from African people.
Digging into capoeira and into the roots of the Brazilian culture, which of course leads back to the African culture, also helped me to, dig deeper into my own, both African and African American.
It originated during the Brazilian slave trade and was an aspect that actually helped the slaves during that time gain their own freedom. So to me, it's a symbol of freedom from oppression.
Capoeira, the definition, or there's many definitions that fit. None of them does really encase precisely what capoeira. So capoeira is a martial art. It's a mental self-defense. Capoeira looks like to be a dance. There's a lot of music in it. So it can be seen also very as an art form, because there's its own aesthetic. It's not a fight just in the sense that you are knocking out. There is a whole aesthetic statement of capoeira. So it is much more than a martial art. So capoeira is everything.
Capoeira fits that part of my life that, you work, you have friends and a family, but there's got to be something more. You need that balance. Some people go to church. I do capoeira. It fulfills that physical element. It fulfills a social element. It fulfills a emotional and mental element, and it provides clarity in life.
And when I do capoeira, I feel just happier. So it's a way for me to get away from other things, but also it helps me feel disciplined.
It's provided structure. It's somewhere to show up 2 to 3 times a week and provided a space to commit to something.
I tend to be, I like love, I'm all about peace, but capoeira has shown me how to also get more in touch with that strong side of myself. And I still need to work on it, but it's improved significantly, and I really appreciate that.
But more for me, what this group does is pull me out of aggression, because my aggression is my weakness in capoeira, where in every other martial art that I've trained in, it's been my strength. But there's something about capoeira that's being cool, and if you're all like rah 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 and you're huffing and puffing, it takes away from the beauty of the game that we play.
I think it's also, there's this healthy sense of ritual. In capoeira you have the roda, which is the circle that you do capoeira in. And it's a way to express yourself, it's a way to be silly, it's a way to play. I think a lot of healing can come from
The groups are colorful and full, and there's, it's diverse, it's kind of neat.
We are like people from different ages and countries and culture, and we are coming together here, and we all like think in one thing, like capoeira. No one like think about what he's from and what the language we are speaking.
It's really good because to do capoeira, the good thing you have to be with other person. So that's the point of capoeira, And so it's a community builder. Yeah, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
The more I got into it and the more I got involved, it kind of became one of my communities and a place that I feel like I belong to. But also, I got into it through a different community. And it was, these two communities are in the same neighborhood, and they connected with each other.
I work at a high school, and I've brought my high school students to the capoeira studio before, and you see some kids that really connect with the movement parts of capoeira, or the dance parts, or other kids that connect with the gymnastic parts. There's kind of something for everybody.
Or maybe Cartoon Martin on the boondocks. Check the script on chicks who think they shit smell like perfume.
Fuels your capoeira energy? No.
I just like to drink it.
His heart fuels it.
Two cuties. And the common thread that I personally have found with individuals at ABCapoeira is that they're all very, very different from one another. They come from different races, different cultures, different religions, or non-religion. But they are all willing to show up and really be themselves. And to me, that's incredibly beautiful. I really respect that. And I appreciate having a space that I can go to where I can find that.
And a space to struggle in communicating with people in a way that the art itself is a metaphor for conversation, and I can have a genuine conversation about Islam and Christianity, which is my religion, and exchange those ideas.
Moving to a state without really knowing anyone here, it was definitely a way of finding family and community.
Through the relationships that we have created with the students, of them become my surrogate family. Here, my basic support network of when I'm sad or happy, it's my students. The people that are constantly in my life are my students. I have students that are here for 15 years, or 10, 27, and several of them. But those that stay generally becomes a family. It creates a family. Later they start bringing their kids when they marry. Several people has met their half orange here. I have married several of my students as the officiator. My true friends that I remember generally, they are or present day students or past ones.
When I was a kid, like 6, 7 years old, there's two things that I knew I was gonna do in my life, and either of them was fine. Be Batman or be part of a ninja clan. And this is the closest that I get to ninja clan.
Every place that you find capoeira, it's a new family that you find. You know, I'm not from here, and I have my school and my job and la capoeira, you know. So yeah, I'm lucky.
What is ABCapoeira?
Home.
Sou capoeira, fui menino de rua. Pois é, seu moço, hoje a vida continua. Quando eu era
Mestre Senna.
He's our master.
Yoji, who is he? I don't know. He's my mestre.
So many ways you can answer that.
I'd say Mestre Yoji Senna is unique for any number of reasons.
Mestre Yoji Senna is my capoeira teacher. He's from Bahia in Brazil, which is where capoeira started.
He made ABCapoeira. He is a very like a role model for me, and I like to look up to him and be him one day.
He's kind of the father figure, friend figure, and training coach figure all at once.
There's definitely a teacher-student relationship, but Yoji's definitely the first master that I've experienced, and that this is what he does 24/7.
And I've definitely learned a great deal from him, both in the Hoda and out of the Hoda. Some of the most valuable lessons that I've learned as an adult has been through speaking to him or learning vicariously through some of his experiences.
Mestre Yoji Senna challenges me in a variety of ways. First of all, physically, train harder, do it this way instead of that way. Also challenges me mentally.
And he's full of surprises, so answering that question is tough in a way.
My necklace is a berimbau. It's an instrument that you use for capoeira. Mestre Yoji Senna gave me.
He is a direct descendant of Bimba. So there's a certain wealth of capoeira that I feel that he brings that, you know, is very valuable to us.
You could kind of call him the grandson of Mestre Bimba. So you sort of have capoeira in its historical period that's practiced by slaves, or that's practiced in quilombos, like in communities of runaway slaves, or you have capoeira practiced on the street, or capoeira practiced in secret. And then you have Mestre Bimba and Mestre Senna, who kind of bring capoeira into the modern era. And Yoji's father was Mestre Bimba's students. So you have Mestre Bimba and Mestre Senna, who formed the first two schools of capoeira. And then Yoji's father, Carlos Senna, opened the third school of capoeira. So there's so Yoji represents this really strong link to capoeira history.
We're lucky that Mestre Yoji Senna happens to be in Minneapolis teaching capoeira because of the lineage, and that's the value that Mestre Senna brings, just because who he is.
And he is our friend. And he knows a lot. And we have to, to absorb that from here. And he wants to spread that, so we are like people.
So who is he? He's responsible for the preservation of capoeira.
Yoji is ABCapoeira pretty much, and yeah, that's it.
My name is Mestre Senna. I am from Salvador, Bahia, Brazil. Salve.
Mawe, mawa, mawe, mawa, mawe, 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 mawa, mawe, 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 mawa, mawe, mawa, mawe, mawa, mawe, 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 mawa, mawe, 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 mawa.